South Bowls. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Buccaneers coming up next.
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. It's week 2 of this NFL season. A couple of teams feeling good, Greg. Victory in the season opener, and that gives you just great momentum off the schneid to start the season. Now, what's ahead for these guys?
Going into week 1 was always kind of an interesting deal, Mike, and I always felt as a player, you prepare months for week 1, and then you prepare 7 days for week 2. It's kind of a very interesting thing, and here you have both teams 1-0, gotten off to a great start. Now you only got a week to turn the page, and you want to get into a normal rhythm week to week of what is a long NFL season. The better you start, the better it makes the end of the year, and you find yourself in that playoff hunt. You want to get these early September games.
So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the 1 interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2nd down and 8. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
3rd down is the down that pass rushers live for. More often than not, they know it's a passing situation, and they get to just pin their ears back and go. Here early in this game, they're able to bring down the quarterback, and I got a feeling this won't be the last time.
On 4th down, here comes J.K. Scott to punt. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
3rd and 2. And Penix. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They'll motion over Flowers. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Tight end going in motion here. On first down, it's Penix. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They send the tight end in motion. On second down, Penix. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's third down and a few inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. No motion over Flowers. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
The idea here on second down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a third and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on third and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for third and goal. Throwing is Penix. Out quickly to Flowers. And he's in! Zay Flowers! Touchdown Falcons! That his first touchdown of the new year. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Buccaneers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On the ground, it's Irving. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. Loose inside the 30. And he scored! Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Falcons offense ready to take over for their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zone. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball is going to go.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Penix. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bucs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now, screen set up for Irving. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Second down and 3. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Yards are hard to come by there. They work it down to the 37-yard line. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll motion their tight end, Robinson. Now, faking the give. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And the Falcons are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. Tight end, the motion man to the right. On first and 10, it's Penix. And mark him down up beyond the 30.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Out of the shotgun. It's Penix. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. We'll go play action now with Penix. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and a yard. London brought in motion. On 3rd down, it's Allen. And they pick it up. He's to the 42-yard line. And the drive continues. 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
On the zone read, this is Penix. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down. They are not having success on defense. That play picks up 19 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. London brought in motion. Here's a toss, right side. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Play action. It's Penix. Taking off.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. From the gun, here is Penix. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Second and goal. From the gun, it's Penix. That one, take it in. Great London. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's got it at the 1. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A give. This is Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes Drake London, the rest of that Atlanta offense getting set to take over once more. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
No motion over Flowers. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Again, it's Penix. Now, deep ball for London. And he's in. Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Falcons will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll look to throw. A pass pulled in by Irving. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Well-executed kick. Fair catch called for and taken inside their own 10-yard line. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead as we toss it an hour or so east to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman standing by for the EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, back to you and Greg in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they lead the visiting Browns in that one at halftime. Tajay Spears, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Jackson Smith-Njigba, a touchdown reception. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. London brought in motion. A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. They're going to go play action with Penix. Left side in the hands of London. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Penix now going to keep it on the zone read. And he's going to give himself up behind the line of scrimmage. They'd be smarter than taking a big shot on that play.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
A run, this is Gilliam. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On play action, Penix. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. On the give, this is Allen. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll motion over Flowers. On 3rd down, they're going to counter to try and pick it up. He is in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Next to score, Falcons 28, Buccaneers 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Buccaneers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll motion over Flowers. On the handoff, it's Allen. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. London brought in motion. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. So holding is the call. And take that touchdown off the board. On the RPO, a throw to Flowers.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 19-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Off he goes.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Falcons 35, Buccaneers 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll take it in at the goal line. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Bucs offense ready to get back to work. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Irving. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A throw here, right side. Falls incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
On the handoff, it's Irving. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They'll motion their tight end, Robinson. Now a give up the middle. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Back to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. Just a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And it would appear they're on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this 4th quarter. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. London brought in motion. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Penix. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Another really nice pickup there, Mike, and we've seen them continue to utilize him in the passing game really from the jump, and these are the kind of numbers you traditionally see out of a #1 receiver, but at least for this game here, he's been their #1 option in this offense.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Receiver in motion, headed left. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they bring him down. But they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get...
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On third down, it's Irving. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up fourth down. Throwing now from the gun. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's first and goal.
They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. They'll look to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On the ground, it's Allen. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. Here's second and 9. No motion over Flowers. There's that man again. Another catch. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. So, from the 36, it is first and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd and a yard. London brought in motion. Now a give on the ground. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. On 2nd down, Penix. He'll go right back to Flowers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Putting the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, Penix. Open man, right side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.